Hello, ladies, gentlemen, and NBs. We're just hitting it today on the FKA podcast. This is FKA the Pod. I'm your host, Reed Wilson, joined today by Seth Butler and Trent Tatum. How are y'all feeling? How you doing? Make a sound.
I'm feeling good.
Please,
Thanks.
I'm dying out here. Please.
No, you're doing good. You're doing good. I just got back from yoga. Me and my girlfriend, we call it Yoda.
How stretched your body is.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm loosey goosey tonight. I'm not even going to be able to pronounce things correctly. So,
Nice. Loosey goosey am I tonight?
Yes. And
I'm doing
Trent
good too.
returns.
I'm glad to be back. I was gone last week. I was down with the sickness, if you will.
Nice.
Last week, but I'm making my comeback. But I guess before we get too far into it, we got some business to attend to.
That's right. Yeah.
Well, we're having a little chat A on the FKA podcast. I'm going to have a rum chat A, also known as a rum chata.
Rum chat A.
Rum chat A.
Okay. Yeah, and maybe
Chat
you
A?
can explain this while I take my my shot or whatever.
It's Mexican Baileys.
But do you just drink it by itself?
I am right now.
Okay. That's maybe not what you typically do. It's more of an ingredient
No,
than
you
anything,
put it on
right?
You put it on well, I mean, you drink horchata, and that's just you just drink that plain. Why couldn't I drink this one mixed up?
Okay.
Yeah.
Because horchata is just like rice pudding if it was a liquid, which is to say, it's fucking awesome. It's so good. I love it.
It is pretty solid. I'm not gonna lie.
It's probably top. It's my favorite Mexican drink, I think.
Wow.
Well, what's crazy to me is that, like, at least since I've kind of been on the West Coast, Mexican restaurants have horchata as like an option to drink,
Wow.
but they didn't really have that
Yeah.
in Alabama.
And it's not something
Can I get some horchata?
Some horchata.
I get some
It's not
horchata?
something I would want to get with like my Mexican meal, but it is. I would like to have the option.
It is though.
It is something that you want to get with your Mexican meal.
Yeah, it's
No,
nice
I think I want like a fountain Coca-Cola. I feel like the
You
flavors.
want the bottled Coca-Cola if you're at the Mexican joint. Where are you at, bro?
No, dude, because the reason I go to the Mexican restaurant is like, I'm gonna sit there and I'm gonna eat unlimited chips and salsa and drink like 3 or 4 32 ounces of Coca-Cola. Like I'm consuming a lot when I'm at the Mexican place. So I don't want something that's not free refills. But like what I'm saying is I like a horchata, but I don't know. I've never had the option, so I've never done it. But I feel like it would, take me out of it.
It's bitchin'.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I have a Miller Lite,
Nice.
and I also have the Ryan Stillhorn Memorial Fireball Cinnamon Whiskey Shot, which I'm drinking out of a coffee cup. It's actually a Christmas coffee cup because I don't have my shot glass anymore.
You couldn't pack that, but you could pack all your books.
Yeah, the shot glass is like this big. It's not that I couldn't pack it; it's just that I forgot. I did a pretty bad job of packing and moving, but
Man,
it
if
happened
only if
anyway,
someone else
so.
was still at the place you were.
Yeah, exactly.
They could bring you shit,
Well,
Yeah.
I this week, you can't really see. What's
Ooh,
in
he's
there.
got-
It's a little
it's
bit
a
of a
screwdriver?
yellowy liquid.
That tang.
It's Sunny D. I'm drinking Sunny D this week.
I thought it was going to be Yellowhammer for Alabama football.
No,
Yeah, which is back
no,
this week.
it's straight up Sunny D.
We're playing
I'm on
Scrub
I'm on like a 2 weeks of no alcohol. So
Nice.
You got my antibodies.
yeah.
How do you
it turns
feel?
out the reason I was gone is because I I went on a huge bender, and now I'm sober. No, I'm kidding.
Hardly
That
know
was
it.
a joke. That was a joke. No, I last week I had tonsillitis. All right, horrible tonsillitis. Could barely like swallow without it like being super painful. Was coughing up a bunch of shit from my tonsils. It's pretty gross.
I didn't know they could do that.
But anyways,
I didn't know they could
I
make
went to the
anything.
doctor. I went to the doctor once, and they tested me for strep and COVID, and they were like, "Well, you're negative on both of those, so it's probably just from like a cold. It'll go away in a couple of days, and you'll be fine." Didn't go away. It was still around for like 5 or 6 days. So I went back to the doctor later on, and they were like, well, I don't know, we'll give you some antibiotics, and might as well, since you're here, give you a mono test. And then 2 days later, they were like, hey, you have mono.
Oh, wow.
So,
You got cooties, bro. So then
yeah,
someone
I got
else,
the
also
cooties.
has mono, you think?
I mean, yeah, I guess. I don't know where I would have gotten it from. It's literally everybody that I tell that I have mono, they're like, the kissing disease. I'm like, yeah, you got me. Haven't heard that one before.
It's definitely one of the more annoying illnesses to get because
Yeah.
of that common.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, it was really bad for a week.
Yeah.
And then I was fine. The problem is when you start showing symptoms, you've already had it for like a month.
Oh my God. Well, the issue,
yeah.
like, mono, I think it has really bad PR, but like most diseases can be spread through kissing. So it's not like, it's just really, it's like if you get strep throat, nobody's like, oh my God, you must have been like
Kissing disease.
kissing people and stuff. Or like COVID or whatever. Most of the time it was coughing and sneezing and stuff, but you better believe if you're smooching with somebody.
Well, yeah, but like, the breathing disease doesn't sound very good.
Yeah, you're right. Well, I'm going to take
Yeah.
my shot out of my Christmas coffee cup.
Nice.
Hey, it's going to be
Cheers, man.
September soon, and then it's
Wake me
basically, and then it's October after that, and then it's November, and then this cup is in season. So we're
it's
only like a
Christmas.
couple months away.
Well, yeah,
So,
we're basically there.
That's true.
I also
Cheers.
have some Riesling, some mini bottles of Riesling, because
So you're
I'm
gonna
cleaning
shoot
up
some Riesling.
I'm cleaning up the pantry. No, it's just like a glass and a half. I feel. I mean, it fit.
Okay.
Maybe I grabbed the wrong kind of flute. I grabbed a flute type vessel. 'Cause I don't know. I assume when you have a white one, you drink in the flute. The wide base ones are for the red ones.
Yeah. It also, the little tiny Riesling, it looks like if you've ever been on vacation, but you have to like cook something. So you buy a little tiny bottle of olive oil. That's what it looks like.
The Hello Fresh and like you got to use a little bit of wine in your shit.
But,
Oh, man.
well, all right, cheers, you guys.
I just didn't want to
Cheers.
drink beer, bro.
Here's
I don't drink beer, Frank, on the weekdays that much.
Here's to
I
it.
try not to.
a good pod.
Yes, here's to a good pod. We're back, full house for the first time in
But-
weeks. So
Yeah, so
Yeah,
apparently
man,
when you
good
start showing symptoms, it's another 3-ish weeks where you can't do like strenuous activity or drink alcohol.
oh my goodness.
Because there's a bigger chance for your spleen to become enlarged.
Do we need that one?
Do what?
It's a
Do you
good
need that
question.
one?
Is that
I
a
don't
vestigial
know.
one?
I'm not sure what the spleen does, but I do know that they don't want it to rupture.
Is the spleen its government name too? Is there a different name for it? Is it actually the appendix? Or...
I was about to say, I feel like spleen is a very unscientific name. It sounds like somebody's like making up words, but apparently it is. It's
Yeah,
an
I
organ
mean,
found in almost all vertebrates.
my
Yeah,
flebo
so
is
it's,
messed up.
Part of the lymphatic system and
Dude.
the blood system.
These fucking lymphs, man. These lymph nodes. They really be
Yeah.
lymphing sometimes. You ever feel the lymph? It's kind of gross. Like
Feel
it's
the
like
lymph.
kind of fuzzy. You ever feel lymph moving? You ever
Ew.
had some lymphatic drainage
Don't
going on
think
in like your shoulder and neck area? I unplugged my headphones also during that, so I was trying to plug that
You
in. while I was
just had to
limping.
keep talking
I just had to
about the
keep talking
draining.
about lymphs. Yeah, so we be limping.
My girlfriend Jill has done something called a gua sha to me before, which is basically, it's this weird tool that I think has some cultural significance or something to somewhere. I don't know, but it's been co-opted now, and they sell them at like Target or whatever. But anyway, it's just like this piece of rock that you like push around on your face, which I think is supposed to lymphatically drain you. I don't know. People these days, they hate inflammation. They hate lymph being places it's not supposed to be.
Yeah.
I don't know if
I
you need a
didn't realize-
specialized tool to do it, or if you could just do it with like a credit card. But but they're using tools for this.
No, I like to get the ones in my neck. You can you gotta just like rub them like this a little bit.
Yeah,
On both
yeah, I
sides.
know what you're talking about. Yep.
And then
Dude,
you can,
that was another thing too. Like when I had tonsillitis, my whole neck was like kind of swollen.
Oh.
It was gross. It was hard to talk too. It was weird.
Yeah,
It's the main reason I couldn't be on the show.
yeah, because our audio was really, really good last week.
Yeah, you're right.
But hopefully we're doing better this week. Am I right? So we teased it a little bit earlier, but football is back. And the U, Miami, is not back.
more like the double L's.
Yeah, more like two L's back to back. I don't have much on college football. I don't know. They lost to Georgia Tech. They're supposed to be like top 10,
okay.
but then they lost like in their first game to Georgia Tech. Florida State is like historically the worst. Remember when we like broke their quarterback's leg one time and then
Remember
ruined
when
their
they
season?
Remember when they were supposed to go to like the playoffs last year, but then like their quarterback broke their leg and then ruined their season.
Oh man!
But the tomahawk chops, that's really fun. That's quite fun to do. It's really a good time.
And I've
Hey,
been
man.
to the Florida State Stadium. I haven't seen a game there, but the stadium is sweet. I'll
I
say
mean,
that.
We're pretty hyped for this weekend when Alabama plays bumfuck Cupcake University for the first game.
Yeah.
Like
It kinda
Western
sucks.
Kentucky or some shit.
Right,
I
we're
don't-
used to having a good game.
yeah,
the
like
first
Kent
game of
State,
the
bro.
Kent State.
Oh yeah, what happened to like the night game? Like where we were like facing like
Right.
Florida or some or like USC. We ain't got one of
Yeah.
those this time.
Not this time.
They think that what is it? What's his name? Grubb? No,
DeBoer.
DeBoer. Fuck. I don't care.
Yeah.
I don't care about college football. I put footballs back in here because it's NFL football time. There's
it?
exactly 7 days until football.
From when this pod airs?
Correct. Yes.
Oh wow!
Week from
Okay.
today, you can watch the Ravens and the Chiefs. AFC Championship rematch game.
Okay.
Sweet, dude.
Do you think
That-
Taylor
I'll check it
Swift
out.
is going to be in the NFL news, or is that like a one season thing? Or you
I
think
don't know.
she's
Here's
because like
the
she's
thing.
still involved with the Kelsey guy? I just don't know like if they're going to be reporting on it as much. It's old news now.
I mean, she was kind of. It was her year last year. She was like doing the whole Airs tour, so she was
Yeah.
really ziting the guys. But here's the
She
thing:
was.
she's a real petty person when it comes to her boring ass album, The Dead Poet Society, filled with boring songs. That she keeps releasing like remixes with like one word or whatever to keep supplanting these better artists such as Chappell Roan and Charlie XCS and even Sabrina Carpenter, who might be on the recommended for the Girly Pop Brat song recommendation of the week.
Which everybody loves coming from us.
Yeah, for me. Yeah, I've been putting out bangers, bro. I've been telling you, these are some banger girly pop like pop songs. I'm in. Girly pop's the wave. But yeah, so she keeps putting that out. So I'm hoping. All that's to say is I got beef with her now, so I don't really want to see her anymore.
Oh wow! So you just don't like her because she's on the charts when you think somebody else should be on the charts?
Well, no, because she keeps releasing like, oh, now we got a new album, but it's like it's same album, so she keeps like boosting her streams up, but it's like
Yeah.
she just adds like, you know, Jimmy Verdette or someone, some random person on there who's like some for like one chorus, and they get it again. So she's gaming the system. So I don't hate the player, I hate the game,
Yeah.
but I'm hating the game because it's going against Brat.
Yeah.
Also,
I totally get it. I
Taylor
think-
Swift is like, I don't know how old she is, but if she keeps this up, like, man, she's gonna have like 1,000 albums. I mean, it's crazy.
And then she's gonna have another 1,000 that are her version.
Yeah. Anyway,
Well, speaking of songs and stuff, I have this in the document. Women's World, I heard it for the first song, the Katy Perry song that came out a little bit ago. That song is bad. I'm not adding much to it, but that song is bad. Music video is pretty good, but the song is bad.
okay.
And speaking of this music video being good, I think is Taste. It's been pretty popular this past weekend. It's got Jenna Ortega and Sabrina Carpenter together. They might be 8 feet tall, and like they're like shooting each other or something. It's pretty good. I like the song's pretty nice. This is the first time I heard Sabrina Carpenter was this past weekend.
So, Jenna Ortega makes music?
No,
No,
she's
she's
just in
just
the
like
video.
She's just there being short and hot. with the other short and hot person that's in the music
Cool.
video.
Very cool.
Because the whole point is that, from what I got from, I heard the song, like, oh, this is catchy and nice, and then I started reading the lyrics or whatever. It's kind of sapphic, little sapphic thing going on between them two and some kind of guy in the middle. I don't know. It's fun. It's a fun little music video. They're shooting guns at each other and stuff.
Right. Well, dude, I have a song rec this week too. It's kind of an anti-brat rec. Some might call it
Anti-brat.
You got a prep rec?
Some might call it a demure recommendation.
I see. Okay, I think we're really late on
I'm
this.
very mindful. I have a very mindful song rec this week. It's gonna be Nomad off of Claro's new album Charm. Have you guys heard
Okay.
Claro's
Is
new
Claro,
album?
is she demure?
I don't know,
Is that where
but
the
his
demure
album
came
is
from?
pretty demure.
This I was throwing demure around this past weekend because I was at a party and like I
I
was
don't know what it means. I don't
yeah,
know.
and I was in like in between two. I was in like there was people my age and then there was people who were like 2 or 3 years younger than I am.
Okay.
So it really I met people who were actually Gen Z. Which
Wow,
really,
yeah, that's crazy. You being with people who are 2 years younger than you? Oh my god.
Yeah, so like I just reaffirmed everything that like I am neither Gen Z nor whatever.
Wow.
But I was throwing demure around and like I think I was getting away with it, but like I don't know what I was saying. But like they were also throwing around these things like they were knowing because demure means like small, right? I assume that was a chaperone thing.
It's like elegant or something, like fancy, I think.
Pretty sure demure doesn't mean small.
No, I think Trent, you're muted for some reason.
Oh, yeah.
But I don't.
Sorry, it's
So it's
modest.
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 Okay, there you go. Modest.
Effectively
Yeah, so-
modest, reserved, or serious, coy. All right.
I don't know. This, anyways, this new Claro album, it's kind of it's
Modest,
chill.
you might say.
It's chill vibes. All right, where Brad
Reserved.
is not very much chill vibes.
Coy, maybe
Yeah,
even.
right.
So.
So
Yeah, I think that people have fun with vocabulary. So I think the reason this is so popular is people are just like, "Ooh, this is a fun word. I'm gonna start saying this." I don't know.
Okay, it's from a TikTok
Yeah.
TikTok creator Jules LeBron.
I've seen the TikTok. I've
Very
seen the
demure,
original
very
TikTok.
mindful. You know, I wouldn't really describe her just based like looking at it. I wouldn't describe her as demure.
What are
Well,
you saying,
her-
man?
Ma-
What are you
making
saying about it?
making a TikTok isn't very something reserved or mildly whatever.
That's true.
That's not where you thought I was going, motherfucker. But that's where I
I was like,
went.
whoa, dude.
Well, I think the point is like I don't know where this person works, but she's like everybody else where I work is trashy, like loud stuff like that. Me, on the other hand, no. I think that's the idea, maybe. So I would be interested to hear more about the backstory because like this is obviously a response to something, but I don't know. There's probably some deep lore in.
I was just throwing it on the Chapel Roan.
the Jules averse. You were saying she's demure. I don't think she is demure.
No, she's weird. I watched like her Tiny Desk concert because I recommended. Trent, I don't know if you were listening before, but I recommended the her "Hot to Go" song because that one's really
of
catchy and
course.
fun. And then every other one of her songs is fucking boring. I've come to realize. I was like, because at that same party, I'm like, oh yeah, let's go. I was like, oh, let's put some Hot to Go, some Chapel Roan in. Then this other person just like queued up like 5 Chapel Roan songs afterwards, and I'm like,
Yeah.
skip
You
this,
didn't like,
skip this fucking slow and boring. I don't need to hear
You
Pink
didn't like
Party
Pink
Princess
Pony
Pony or
Club?
whatever. Yeah, that one.
Pink Party Pony Club. Well, I'm going to be the first to say FK does not stand with Reed's Reed's opinion here because I do not want to get killed by the Chaperone fans.
Bro, the rest of this shit's boring. I think champagne is a better wine to have a supernova over. I'm not a big fan of red wine supernova. I'd rather have champagne. I'm more of a champagne supernova guy. They did it first, okay, with the champagne. It was blowing up everywhere like a star exploding, okay. Now we got this new chaperone out there. She spells it Chappelle, says Chapel. And she's out here doing the small desk concert, and she's being all weird with her phone, and she's taking it out. She's doing a lot of gags, you know.
Yeah.
And I was like,
Yeah.
she's real
a-
spirited. She's
a
camp.
presence
She
on
is
stage.
camp. She
Yeah.
gives camp.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not demure.
Not demure. Yeah.
Not demure. Dude, if we had started talking about this 2 weeks ago, we could have totally done like a is it brat or is it demure segment, but it's too late.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Do
I don't
it.
know.
We have to be more online, and also
Which is hard to do, frankly. With like already.
Sucks to be more online, honestly.
I think we have to be a little bit younger, and I think we also
That's
need
also hard to do.
It also something has to hit like right before we record this pod, because if it hits a day before we record this pod, it's way too late already.
Yeah, shit needs to hit at like 7:30
Let me go see what's trending right now.
right now, because if something breaks at 7:30 p.m. on the day that we're recording it, Tuesday, then everyone else will do their shit Wednesday, and that'll come out like, afternoon or whatever. We'll still be in the wave. We might be on like the lower part of the wave, but we'll still be in the wave. Right now, we're just drowning.
Yeah, we're off. We're like completely out of phase with the wave.
Yeah.
But speaking of being out of phase with the wave, bro, talk about movies a lot. Anyone see The Crow this past weekend? Like,
I probably saw a crow.
yeah,
honestly.
nobody saw The Crow, bro. And it's just to say that the thing in the document is who gives a shit about The Crow, and that's no one. Maybe Stellan Skarsgård or Peter Skarsgård or whatever Skarsgård they got to do that gave a shit. But The Crow's weird. He was weird then. He's weird now.
What is it? I don't know anything about it.
He's a weird guy.
He's
dressed
a
up in
superhero,
makeup.
apparently.
And like I think he dies, and then he comes back because of the power of love.
Okay.
But it's like he's gross and creepy and stuff. So I think you'd probably like it, Trent. It's probably up your alley.
Thanks, man.
Well, you like this creepy horror gross shit.
Oh, it's a horror movie.
I mean, I think it's like it's probably an action movie. The first one had Bruce Lee's son in it.
And he
Like,
died.
There's
he
a
got-
first one? What the hell?
Yeah, the original one.
Oh, okay.
This is a remake.
Interesting.
This is a recrow.
It's like if it's like Edgar Allan Poe. It looks to me like Edgar Allan Poe, Tim Burton. I guess Tim Burton already did Batman.
But if
But
they made their
anyway.
own superhero.
Yeah,
would be
yeah.
the
It's like
Crow.
they made their own superhero who's not Batman. He's a crow, and he's got a face tat as well, which is interesting. But if I was gonna make a superhero, I don't know if I would do a crow. I don't know what I would do.
Yeah. Sorry, man. My cat keeps climbing on shit and hitting my camera. It's pissing me
Damn.
off.
Yeah, you're gonna have to go crow on him.
Go crazy.
Crows are apparently, I don't know if they dig into this in the film, but crows are like low key, really smart.
Yeah,
You
that's,
know?
that's
Yeah.
why they
I've
count.
heard that.
They count.
Yeah. You ever heard of counting crows before? They're pretty good.
Yeah, you know what? I guess I always assumed it was somebody else who was counting the number of crows.
That's
but
good. That's good.
Yeah, no, there's a bunch of crows and they're counting.
Yeah.
down. One,
It's actually the
two,
crows that are. Yeah.
Gray's my favorite
Dude,
color.
That's
3.
crazy because I saw a bunch of crows down at the New Amsterdam recently. So
Damn. You're feeling symbolic.
yeah. Oh man, I love the Counting Crows. I mean, we talked Shrek a couple pods ago. New Shrek coming out. I don't know if the Counting Crows are getting back together for the soundtrack, but I hope so.
Shrek
Dude.
5. Huge.
Yeah.
Speaking of getting back together, though, and hey, how about this? I think maybe I'm wrong. I was going to say speaking of Champagne Supernova, but I don't know if that's right. Never mind.
I think that is right.
No, Matchbox 20's coming back?
Oasis.
think-
Oasis is coming back, and they're coming back for a new world tour.
It's kind of the same, aren't they?
No, I don't
I don't
think
know.
so.
I don't know. I don't know too much about Oasis, but some of their songs that are bangers are bangers.
Oh, yeah.
And one of my buddies out here, it's actually his favorite band.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I think that they had a lot of play for people older than us. I don't really know anything about them, but I do know that they're big in the older crowd.
Find me.
Yeah, I know that
one. That one.
Yeah,
Talk about a
I think
Champagne
Champagne
Supernova.
I think they also did Wonderwall, right? Was that them?
Yep. I think so.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit.
So there you go. That's at least 2.
I always
Good-
confuse
good I
them
know.
and the Verve together.
Okay,
They
I could see that.
They did Bittersweet Symphony. I feel like Bittersweet Symphony and Champagne
Yeah.
Supernova have the same vibe.
Yeah.
For
Well,
sure.
like it's a bunch of bullshit, but they're really croning about it. It's pretty good, you know. I don't know what the
Yeah.
fuck they're saying.
The only other honorable mention song of Oasis that I've heard of, I think, is "Don't Look Back in Anger."
Yeah, man, I love that song.
No?
That song is great.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I know that one.
It's got twice as many streams on Spotify as Champagne Supernova. So
Damn.
What? That's crazy. What? I'm gonna see if I can find the lyrics to this thing, but anyway, yeah, I did see that, and I saw people were getting excited about it, but it didn't
Dude, I'd
really
go
do
watch 'em.
anything for me.
you think
Well,
tickets
you know-
are going to be $1,000 like Taylor Swift, or I don't know.
Bro. It's that Wonderwall, play Wonderwall. Isn't it like isn't
Play Wonderwall.
Liam Gallagher's a real fucking diva. I'm surprised that even like will go through. Yeah, they'd be breaking up because this Liam Gallagher guy's a real weirdo.
I
But-
think they're brothers too, so that's something where it's like, you know, can you just relax and like you play the guitar with your brother? You're like super successful.
Yeah,
like
relax
just
and play Wonderwall, bro.
Yeah, seriously, it's all you have to do, and it's like free money all the time.
Play
Just keep
Wonderwall.
on playing Wonderwall.
Put the fries in the bag, dude.
Yeah, it's just like us. People tell us all the time though. They're like, "Hey, go back to potting in the woods. Go back to potting in the woods."
Do more true crime. Do more true
Yeah,
crime.
Come on.
You did it
Wanna
once.
branch
Do
out.
it again.
We're not in it for the money, all right? We're not in it for the money.
Speaking of things coming back and things from the '90s, in the case of Oasis and Wonderwall and all that, you know what else is coming back from the '90s?
What's that? Everything?
Shadow the Hedgehog. He's back.
Oh,
Trailer
okay.
just got released earlier this week. Shadow the Hedgehog. You ever heard of him? The cool one. The ultimate
Yeah.
life
yeah,
form.
he has guns.
He cusses.
He does. He does. He says "damn" when he dies.
Damn.
Yeah. Movie looks kind of good. It looks like it's going to be the best of these Sonic movies.
Nice.
Looks real cool. Sonic Shadow's real dope.
Isn't it's Keanu, right? Keanu
Yeah,
Reeves.
Okay, that's a good get. That's
Yeah,
good.
it's Keanu Reeves is Shadow the Hedgehog.
Yeah, that's cool.
And they showed him in the tank, and they showed Maria there, so we know that she's going to get shot, and he's going to come out of the tank. It's going to be great. They're doing some cool, like, action scenes. The Shadow the Hedgehog's got one story. He's made in the lab, and they killed his girlfriend. And then
Oh, yeah.
that's kind of his arc. So,
Oh wow.
well, and there's
That's
a whole-
very John Wick of him. Isn't
Yeah,
it? You
there's
killed my
also-
girlfriend.
Yeah, and there's a whole like subplot about him being like an alien thing, but that's bullshit added on. That's retroactive garbage. That's not my canon.
Yeah, right.
So they built him in a lab to combat Sonic. Is that correct? Because Sonic is too powerful in his hedgehog form. He's just he can beat everything. So they need to engineer something that can take on Sonic. Is
So-
that the idea?
Nah, they engineered him before Sonic was around. They engineered him to
Oh,
be
wow.
a clone of the ultimate life form. The
Which is a hedgehog.
which is like actually just this giant amorphous like space thing.
Okay.
But it turned out it ended up just kind of fucked up and it ended up looking like a hedgehog. Then they cryo slept him for a while and they woke him up in the 90s. They gave him a pair of soaps.
Dude.
Wow.
I like to think that maybe Sonic saw what they were growing in the lab, and he was like, "Man, I really want a part of that."
Man, I really don't want hover shoes. I'm gonna go just get
And
regular
then some.
shoes.
Well, I was gonna say some not safe for work shit went down in the lab between Sonic and the incubator
How the
of Shadow.
Okay. So Sonic is his father.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Doesn't that feel right? Doesn't that feel right, guys? Doesn't that feel like something that we should be talking about?
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, if it happened. that's
Why is
pretty
nobody
smart.
talking about this?
The
Come
people are
on.
banging on their phones, on their car stereos, and they're saying, "Go back to potting in the woods right now."
Talking about fucking Sonic. Anything else?
Anything else? Where's Ryan? Hey, well, I do have something. We talked a little bit about sports earlier today.
Sports.
And there was this. Let me pull up. I have this in my bookmarks tab. This is sports related. Generally. But in the year 1994, a Japanese company created a game. I think it was for the NES, the Super NES, the Super Nintendo Entertainment System. It was called Fighting Baseball, is what it was called.
Whoa, what?
And so different companies had like agreements with sports teams. So we kind of saw this with whatever the new college football thing is, where they have actual teams and they have actual players in the game who are named things that these players are named, that these teams are named. But in 1994, this Japanese company did not get the rights to use the team names or the player names from American baseball teams, from MLB teams. Okay. So what they did is a bunch of Japanese people got together and came up with names that sounded like American, or a lot of times they're Dominican or Caribbean or something, names of baseball players. And so what I have here is it's about 40 names. These are the best ones. They have a different name for each individual player in their fake MLB in this game. But this is a list of the top 40 names. And I'm just going to read through them, and these are, I guess, what this Japanese company thought American names, or Major League Baseball names, at least, because they're not all American, sounded like about 30 years ago. So I'm just going to get started. So this is this person broke them up into teams. So this is the NL All-Stars. We've got Dwight Blavine.
All right.
It's not bad.
All right. Yeah.
We've got Wes Nendesi.
Okay. All right. Interesting.
We've got Sleeve Redrosian.
Okay.
Like Steve, but with an L.
Sleeve?
Sleeve. Sleeve Redrosian. We've got Carrie Garcia, which is very close to Jerry Garcia of the Grateful Dead.
That's good.
Wally Balk.
Mm-hmm. Classic. He's a big balker, that guy.
Yeah.
Can't
This
stop.
guy's name is Solomon, and then his last name is Armier. It's Rrmier. Ermier, maybe. Pele Rodriguez.
Rodriguez, bro.
Tough. That's tough, dude.
This one's pretty good. Tracy Scarstone.
Oh, yeah.
That's an American.
He's
from like Oklahoma.
Yeah, he's a catcher for sure.
Scarstone. Got Scarstone on in the catcher's mitt. Scott Lobert.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Classic.
Frank Dawerchuk.
What? What's that last name?
Dawerchuk.
Okay.
Dawerchuk.
Damn. Okay, yeah. That's an interesting one.
Sometimes they do stuff like they put like we saw with what's his name? Armier, Rrmier. This one is Rick Urtanton. Like Rtanton. You can't really put an R right before a T at the beginning of a word. They've got another one. It's like Andy Smith, but instead of an S, it's a P. So it's Andy Pmith.
That's good. I like that. These are, you know what these are kind of reminding me of? There was like a video I watched in like middle school on YouTube where these people from a different country were like singing or putting on a show of some kind where they talked in like fake English.
Yeah.
Where it's like not real English, but it's what English sounds like to people who don't speak English.
Yeah, so that's a song called, it's by an Italian guy named Adriano Celentano. Yeah. It's called Prisin Kalinin Sinan Ciasol.
Yeah, see, I almost understood that.
Yeah, so it's just a whole bunch of gibberish, but it's supposed to sound like, if you don't speak English, it sounds like what English sounds like.
Yeah, so this is what I'm getting from these Japanese American baseball player names.
when I was coming up with the segment, which is really just I'm reading this guy's list. But I looked that up because I had heard this as well, and I wanted to be able to reference it. But yeah, you caught that. So yeah, like it's very much just like these kind of sound like real names, but they're not. I mean, it would have been easier just to I don't know, use existing names, like recombine them in some way than like Andy Pmith.
Yeah, right. Back in like
Andy
1994.
Yeah,
I don't know. You could have used like
a phone book.
Like George Clinton. This is a baseball name or something, you know?
George Clinton.
I mean, shit. I mean, some of the names for actual baseball players sound made up, like Lars Nutbar and Coco Crisp and John Glasscock. Like those are all real players.
Yeah.
Lars Nutbar is really good. That could fit into this list.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go through some more just real fast. We got Ortiz, Ranchez, Tim,
How do you know it's Otis and not Otis?
Otiz.
Oh. You got me, dude. You
Is
got
that
me.
supposed to, they fucked up David Ortiz's name?
Yeah, Ortiz Ranchez. We got Tim Wakefield, like Tim Wakefield, but Wakefields. Kevin Krintz,
Nice.
John Riazu, Kim Charlson, Bernard Ruiz, which is like how Scooby-Doo would say Bernard Lewis.
No, where's a baseball player? Bernard Ruiz.
I like this one a lot. It's Elvis Crushel.
Nice.
Elvis is very American, obviously. And then we got Jess Bacaluk.
Was his name Elvis?
Elvis Presley?
Or was it Sylvester or something? And he like changed that shit.
That's a great question. I don't know. You don't really hear
None
people
of us
being
saw
named
the
Elvis
movie.
anymore.
Hey, nobody
Yeah.
see the. None of us saw that movie
That's true. Yeah.
with Austin Butts.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, who
Elvis
cares?
Presley. It is Elvis. So maybe that used to be a name that like existed, but it doesn't anymore.
It's like Elvira. You don't see very many of those.
Right, yeah. It's one of those
We got
forgotten names.
Weary Loberts.
Oh, classic.
We got
Lobert?
Ted.
So weary.
We got Ted Balloon.
Nice.
Let's see. We got Gayton Bamfus.
Bamfus.
Nice.
This guy is probably, I don't know where this guy's supposed to be from. Dmitry Yisadert.
Classic Russian
See it.
baseball player.
Dave Glark.
Glark. Fucking Glark. Glark Gent over here.
We got Jim Milliams.
Jim
Like-
Milliams. Milliams. is awesome.
like Williams, but with a M.
Yeah. Shout out Jim Milliams.
We've got Mariano Brieve.
Nice. Classic.
We got Doug Fernandez. Like Fernandez, but with a P. We've got John Armstrong.
Armstrong.
Armstrong. Yeah,
Wow.
So,
Did they put a syllable in there?
they did. And this one, it might be one of my favorites. This guy's name is Ick, I-C-K, Ick Plurry.
okay. All right.
Something.
Oh,
plural.
man. Ick Plurry. But like I
these are
said,
good. These are hard to like come up with jokes for though, because they're so nonsensical.
yeah.
It's like ick plurry. I don't even know what to say, man.
Yeah, but there are there's a spreadsheet you can find online with all of the rosters of all of the teams. It even tells you what position these people are playing. So Wally Balk is actually, it says SP4. I don't know what that means, but it's what he is. So
SP4.
Cartoons plural. Virginia Tech. Julius Boozer. Miami. Tyrell Smoochie Wallace.
Why is he like Burge?
Biscuitine Triscuit. Michigan.
Yeah, dude, that's good, man.
I also like when they did like.
Peele? You think we get Key and Peele on the pod?
I think they might do it on the lark, you know, just Just for fun. I like when they had, what was it? It was like Northeastern Southwestern State or whatever. Like they had some interesting school names too, besides just. And some of them were from like prisons, and some of them were from like elementary schools. That was a good one.
Dinklage Morgan, South Florida.
I wonder if they saw this. They probably played this game back in the day.
Javarius, and Lamar, Middle Tennessee.
Oh man, yeah. So anyway, let us know what your favorite fighting baseball character name was. Was it Wally Balk, or was it Ick Plurry? Kim Charlson? Let us know. A lot of good options out there. We're FKA the Pod everywhere. That's X, that's TikTok, that's Instagram. That's also Gmail. FKAthepod@gmail.com.
Thank you for listening. Hit ass out there. And we'll find out from an emailer next time on the FKA Pod. FKA the Pod. Everywhere. That's called a soft launch, or like a tease for you.
Yeah.
Welcome to the pod where we spill the tea. FKA, yeah, that's me. We're gonna dive deep into the topics you need. Sit back, relax.